Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Star Cub Review. Hope everyone's had a good weekend and everyone's enjoyed the MK1 beta so far. It officially ends today, I think at 3 p.m. I think it got extended to 3 p.m. So everyone that's been playing that over the weekend, I hope everyone's had fun with it. Today, I'm just going to do a nice, easy one, and that is on a series of books. I haven't reviewed this one. I've held off from doing that for a while now, and I need to talk about it. It's a detective series, dark fantasy, young adult, thriller, horror, science fiction, fantasy. It's all those sort of genres, but it is a fantastic series, and it's Skulduggery Pleasant. Now, specifically the first series of books in Derek Landy's series. It's 9 books. Very, it's an amazing series. He's from Ireland, and the publisher of his books is HarperCollins. Now, Skulduggery Pleasant is an amazing series. Great characters, great setting, full of magic and intrigue, dark fantasy. It's got everything. It's got detective work in it. It's got basically, it's a mixture of stuff. But it blends in so well, and in actual fact, I would actually say it's more for young adults and adults as opposed to kids like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I would say it's upper teens, like 15 and upwards, and then into adulthood. And I'd have to say, Derek Landy has done an absolutely amazing job of the first series. I've read all nine of his books in the first series. So the first series consists of the first one, which is Skulduggery Pleasant, Playing with Fire, The Faceless Ones, Dark Days, Mortal Coil, Deathbringer, Kingdom of the Wicked, Last Stand of Dead Men, and The Dying of the Light. Now, that first 9-book series is absolutely amazing. He does have a second series, which consists of Resurrection, Midnight, Bedlam, Seasons of War, Dead or Alive, and Until the End. And then there's a prequel series called All Hell Breaks Loose. Now, specifically with the first series of books, it just kept me intrigued from the first time I picked it up. I'm talking way back. When was they were the first books were published from 2007 to 2014. Second series 2017 to 2022, and then the prequel series is so far it's 2023 and it's ongoing. Now, the first 9 books were absolutely amazing. Derek Landy has done an amazing job of bringing lots of characters together, and the titular character, of course, is Skulduggery Pleasant, which is a skeleton detective. You heard that correct. He's a skeleton detective, and there's lots of mystery and intrigue, and another main character in it, which you'll know later on. I'm not going to give too much away, but it revolves around a girl called Valkyrie Khan as well. And she's the main protagonist, and she is absolutely, hands down, one of the best written female characters for young adults I have come across. She is absolutely amazing, very well-rounded protagonist of the series. She's ass-kicking. She's a mixture of, I would say, Sigourney Weaver's Ripley combined with I would say she's more like Sigourney Weaver Sigourney Weaver's Ripley character becomes badass, and it's just so well done. And the horror elements to it as well is can be graphic. And for a young adult novel and adult novel series, they're very well done, extremely well done. And I really give credit to Derek Landy for bringing a series that adults can enjoy and not just young adults, young teen adults. I'm 37, I'm 38 next year, and when I first read this series, I was, in my 20s, and it's an absolutely amazing series. I encourage anyone to, if they like this sort of thing, this sort of fantasy, dark, horror, detective, mystery, thriller. It's all that mixed in, and the characters are so well written. There's your main villains, and then you've got sub-villains, but they're all so well written into the books that it comes across like these should be a series of movies or TV series. Now, I know at one point they were in talks to do Skulduggery Pleasant movies, but I don't know to what extent they got to. But then I'm thinking HBO needs to get a hold of this and turn this into a young adult/adult fantasy, dark fantasy series, because it is absolutely amazing. The villains are written so well, sub-characters are written really well, and they're all utilized in a way that suits the stories as they progress, and they literally get darker and darker as they go. It does. Everything gets darker and darker as it goes. Just to give you an example, the story follows characters Skulduggery Pleasant, a skeleton, sorcerer, and detective, and his partner Stephanie Edgley, aka Valkyrie Khan, and you'll find out why she has that name later on, but she's virtually known in the series onwards as Valkyrie Khan and not Stephanie Edgley, who goes by Valkyrie Khan. They and their numerous magic-wielding allies try to prevent the necromancer Nefarian Serpine from unleashing a powerful weapon called the Scepter of Ancients. Now, that's just a little blurb about the first book. Now, the first book, which is just simply titled Skulduggery Pleasant, was an amazing way of introducing Skulduggery Pleasant, Stephanie Edgley, aka Valkyrie Khan. But it's also, the first book is also known as Skulduggery Pleasant, Scepter of the Ancients, or simply the Scepter of Ancients. But when it was released into Australia, it was simply known, the first book is simply known as Skulduggery Pleasant. In other places, it's what I just read out. But other than that, that's just, it's won heaps of awards. It's been to lots of book fairs and stuff like that. Derek Landy has done a lot of signings and stuff. He's an absolutely amazing author. I would encourage anyone to read it, read the first series, and then go from there. I've finished the first series, but I just never had a chance to talk about it until now, and it just came to me like, oh my god, I need to talk about Skulduggery Pleasant, because those book series is just not talked about enough, and I really have to give I really want to give people, that opportunity to go out and read it. Just trust me, guys. You need to go out and read it. Buy the first lot of books, because I know they weren't released in the US for, I think it's over the last year. They've just started releasing the series of books, because mainly they were released in Ireland, UK, Australia, New Zealand, but US is just starting to get them in bookstores. So yeah, I would advise anybody that is interested in that. It has horror elements. You'll have a good time with it. It's really hip, it's fun, it's page turning, and it's not just the good guys win every time. Trust me, guys, it is so well written. It's like you don't know whether the good guys are going to win or the bad guys are going to win. It's really written in such a way that there's stakes on there's a lot of stakes in this series. It's no joke. They really hone in that the good guys will lose. There'll be good people that die. There'll be bad people that die. But it is really a series that essentially it doesn't waste its evil characters. It doesn't waste its good characters. It's it really hones in that this main character could die at any point in the story. There's a lot of stakes in the series, and let me just say, when you come to the end, especially the last few books in the first series were just so intense, and it's like, oh my god, it's twist after twist after twist after twist, and you'll really enjoy it, guys. Other than that, I'm going to leave it there. What do I rate the Skulduggery Pleasant as a whole? 10 out of 10. Definitely a 10 out of 10. I absolutely loved the series, the first series, and now I'm going to have to buy the second lot of series to read that, and then I'll get on to the prequel book. But other than that, I'm going to leave you there. If anyone is interested in checking out my book section, I will put that up on the screen. It's under my book section, recommendations, reviews. I've got all sorts of reviews in there. It's not a lot, but I'm working on doing more book reviews in the coming days and into the weeks. I've been reading lots at the moment. In between reading four different things. I'm reading manga at the moment. I'm still reading my Cthulhu series of books, H.P. Lovecraft series of books, and I've got some other fantasy stuff that I'm reading. So I'm currently between 4 things, trying to read all of them at different times and whatnot. So I have got a lot on my plate with that, but I should have some more reviews out. I know I've neglected a lot of my book side of it, but I have a lot coming up that I need to talk about and review as well. But other than that, I'll put it up on the screen, whether it's here or there. But check it out, do check it out. And thanks to everyone that is new. I really, really appreciate it. The like and subscribe. And to everyone returning, I really, really appreciate it. You know I love you all. And I will bring you awesome new content with books very, very soon. All right, guys, take it easy. Ciao.